You are now listening to Peelo podcast. So, in this podcast, I will talk about games I really like. But first, I just gonna tell you one thing before talking about it. I was gonna do a ranking my videos as a podcast, but I deleted it, and I think I'm gonna do it as a video and my I'm gonna do it in my at a video. I think I'm a react channel actually in the future when I have more videos, or my top videos channel that I don't have now. But okay, so let's talk about games I really like. So first game we're gonna talk about is Roblox. So Roblox is a multiplayer game that it has different games in it, like tycoons where you build stuff, and like ubis. When you it's like parkour ubis. If you don't know, I'm just gonna say that. And the thing I like about Roblox is it has it has many games in it. You can make your own games, but I don't that good at making games. And that's it. And I also like you can have friends or connections now that I don't like the connection thing. They should rename it again to friends, because I guess friends, because you're technically not a friend if you never kinda if you don't know them. Like if you talk to them like much, then it's gonna count as a friendly, online friendly. But if you like only add them for scamming or something, that is not a friend. That's like that is a whole different story. The second game I really like is Little Nightmares 1 and 2, and hopefully when the third game is coming out, that is the thing I like about Little Nightmares is because it's 2.5 dimensional game. It's a puzzle game. I kind of like the monsters. I like a guy that is called the janitor. He has really long arms, and he's blind, but he has really good hearing. Only like the twin chefs in the game, and they were really fast and goofy. And but the final boss, I think it's not that hard. You have a mirror, and you're just gonna point the mirror to the lady, the final boss, the main antagonist of the game. And what about the second game? I like the teacher is she has very long neck, and she can like squish it. She can like squish his neck, scratch. He can make her neck like I don't know how long her neck can be, but it's very long. Probably be like, if I can guess, probably I don't. I think she can do it like infinity. I don't think so. In the game, the longest she did was I think was like 40 meters, or I cannot. Yeah, so that's it. And I also like the six the final box. Six is also the main protagonist of Little Nightmares 1. And she is also like the final antagonist, but she is also the Robert she also the protagonist of the second game, but not the main. She's kind of like a protagonist. Is the second most important character in a story. So yeah, I kind of like both of the games. I'm not gonna why I don't tell about all of the bosses, because I don't want to spoil too much of the bosses. I just want to I just want you guys to play it if you can. I also like Minecraft. So in Minecraft, if you don't not know what Minecraft is, you're living under a rock. You're literally living under a rock. But in Minecraft, you can build everything. You can build houses. You can build. Okay, you cannot build anything, but you can build like automatic doors. You can build a whole city. You can like you can even build the whole world. Sorry for the yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say there. And that's it. Also, you can. That's kind of creative. That's a creative mode, but you can also do it in survival. But it's much. But on survival, you can like play hardcore. It's like in hardcore you only have one life. Is so fun, but I'm a noob at Minecraft, so I die a lot, just like I do in real life. Next game is Granny 2, Granny 3. So Granny is kind of like my first horror game I really liked actually, and my friend he has told me to watch him play that game, and after that I fell in love in that game. So Granny is like a puzzle horror game, and you're gonna need to find stuff, and the main antagonist of the game is Granny, of course, and she has like the Spider Mom. I don't like that update, but I still like the update because I think the developer that makes the Granny needed to do an update, so App Store like, oh yeah, let's have it in the store, App Store, and yeah, the secondary antagonist of the first game, not the second and third, is the Spider Mom, also known as, I don't know, is it Granny's daughter? No, yeah, it's Granny's daughter's or Granny's mom. I forgot that. But she's like, she's annoying, but I think she is still easy if you know the maze and know her paddles. So yeah, Granny Chapter 2, I think I don't think it's an upgrade. I think it's like still good, but I think the house is too small, and I think they should make the bigger, but still it's pretty easy to do it because it's pretty easy still if you know the game and the mechanics. Grandpa, the secondary antagonist of the Granny series, or the 3 games actually, Grandpa, he cannot hear, but Granny, hears everything. Even if you drop a little key and she's, I don't know, at the backyard, and you drop the key, a little key, and like if you like, I'm not gonna, but if you drop the key like on the backyard, and you drop it, and your Granny's at the backyard, and you drop it on the front yard. It's not front yard in Granny. Yeah, so she's gonna hear that. She is literally gonna run to you and smack you with the bat she has. And Grandpa have a crowbar, crowbar. And Granny 3, I like Granny 3. For me, it's an upgrade. Many people don't like it because it doesn't feel like Granny, but for me, Granny feel is like paradise. I have it in a PC, it's pretty good, and Granny feels like Grandpa now have a shotgun, but kaboosh, and you. But you if you saw my last video when I played it, I just hide it in under a bed there where Grandpa is sleeping because I know where he sleeps, and you can just wait there for like forever. But still, you get a shotgun and kill both Granny and Grandpa. I just want to say one thing. When Granny come in, I wasn't actually wanted it to be in the video, but I just wanted you guys to see me washing Granny's feet when I laying down under the bed. So yeah, I also think the house is much better in Granny 3 because I think it is, but one thing I don't. This isn't like a mansion. I like the shed, but I think if it would be fun, I'm gonna play the expanded version when I know how to download it, and then that's gonna be a whole story. I think that mod is gonna be pretty fun to watch. And the next game I'm gonna talk about is Sons of the Forest. So Sons of the Forest is like a survival horror game. It's the only thing is horror is like it can be I think I don't know, but I think Sons of the Forest can kinda count as a body horror. Body horror is like a body and horror together. You can search it up because the cannibals can be disgusting sometimes, but yeah, that's it. And you can also build beautiful houses. Also, Sons of the Forest is a sequel to The Forest, but The Forest, I think the map is actually that not that big, or that you don't have that much places to build bases. It's kind of only like some places where you build bases, but Sons of the Forest you can build bases in more places, and I kind of like the case because now you actually have multiple weapons to have, like a pistol, rifle, and more, and a shotgun, and more. And the thing I like more about the Sons of the Forest is you can build. I think I said it before. I don't know why. I think yeah, but you can build like a big mansion. And I'm gonna continue with my series, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna do it. Of course, I'm gonna try to complete it, but it's gonna take some time. I said I was gonna do like multiple episodes, but I think it's gonna be like max 2 episodes a week and that. And I like Baldi because he's a math teacher. He's also the titular main antagonist of the game, and he's pretty he can be pretty frustration to play against, especially if you have multiple notebooks on you. But in the sequel, Multiple 2, he's actually not evil. He is actually not trying to kill you in the plus version. He's actually only playing hide and seek. That's crazy. You think you think he is bad in plus version 2, but he's actually only playing hide and seek. That's Finn. That is true. So technically, in the second game. He's not a hero in the second game, but still not a villain in the second game. If you know what I mean. And yeah, and what game? Wait, what games? What games? What games? Also, in Body Spaces, I don't like the principal. I don't like the principal. He's actually very strict for being a principal, because if you like run, you get detention. I mean, which school literally gives you detention for running? That doesn't make sense. And drinking, okay, I guess you can drink when you're eating, but you should have the ability to do it when you are in the cafeteria, because you're literally in the cafeteria. But if it sees you, well, you're dead. I don't want to even talk about the different characters. You can play it if you want to, if you watch here on this. And what game is more about? Yeah, Hello Neighbor. Hello Neighbor is This also one of the first horror games. I don't think this gonna count as a horror game. I think it's more like a adventure action, not act. No, probably not action, but it's kind of scary. But I don't think it should count as a horror game. More of an adventure game. But still, it still have jump scare. But the thing about it is, the only thing is my childhood, and that's why it's in this list. And also the neighbor, more known as Theodore Peterson, he's the main antagonist. He's kind of creepy, kind of like the Act 3 house. Many people say it's bad. Yeah, it's kind of bad, but still very fun to play. So yeah. Also in the prequel Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, his the neighbor's daughter died because of the son yeah, she's there was some part yeah, the son actually they killed her the daughter, but I'm not gonna talk about it that much. So I don't know. That's the only games we're gonna talk about in this podcast before this going too long. So if you want to hear more podcasts or even more games I like, just give me a like, and I will see you in the next podcast or video.